The summer humidity has given way to an absolutely gorgeous fall afternoon here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Minnesota Vikings and the Miami Dolphins. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Dolphins about set to go to work on offense. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash too.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Credit Zadarius Smith, able to get through and make that tackle for a loss. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki. Third down here. Third and long, Thompson. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. A gain of 4, not enough, and it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's fourth down. Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, first and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. Cousins and the Vikings with a first and 10 at their own 16. A first carry for a Miami native. This is Dalvin Cook. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a second and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a second and 3. Off the play fake, Cousins. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. On play action, Cousins. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have a Vikings first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game, because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
First down, here's the run with Cook. A little juke, and he's got some space here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. From the gun, here's Cousins.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Throwing is Cousins.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on 3rd down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
And he missed it. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
2nd down, here's Mostert again.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Mostert's got all the speed in the world, but injuries have kept him from being able to show that over a full season. Now he finds himself competing for starting touches in Miami and hoping to get back to his 2019 form in San Francisco, where he topped 770 yards with 8 touchdowns.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A first carry for the Fordham Ram, Chase Edmonds. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Thompson now. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks.
And the Vikings are going to get the football there as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Following the interception, Cousins. Smith catches left side. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42.
Now Cousins. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Cousins. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Dolphins offense returning to the field. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. 2nd down. Here's Thompson. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Thompson. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Vikings head out to take over once again. And, partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it 2nd and 7. They run it again with Cook. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10.
A big play there out of Cook. And even 60 yards. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now because is he rewarding himself for a great run or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
Cousins now. He's got it. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Cook will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Joseph connects on the extra point.
And that makes the score 7-0.
Here we go. Dig down deep. Let's do this, man. Big week, every week. You already know. Let's go, baby. Let's be smart. Let's go now. Let's get it. Oh, let's turn it up. What's the deal, y'all? Let's get something going now, baby.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Miami set to take over. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Running the counter with Mostert. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. That time a little misdirection really seemed to fool the defense.
And think of it this way. From the time you're in high school, you're taught to watch film and pick up tendencies. Sometimes they can use those against you, though, when they break their own tendencies and hit you back the opposite direction, huh?
Thompson will look to the air on first down. That swung out to Mostert. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now it's 2nd and 9. 2nd down throw for Thompson. It's Hill, complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
One of the showstoppers in the league. A nice catch there by Tyreek Hill. How about this for a statistic? 6 seasons, 6 Pro Bowls, and this guy continues to be one of the game-breaking players in the NFL. Now using his speed down south of Miami after his first 6 years in Kansas City.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Thompson. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Thompson. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
2 sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. Play action now. Cousins. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Here's Thompson.
Flush to his right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away.
Here comes Rager.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and out will come the offense as they take over.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession as we eke closer and closer to intermission. Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. To throw is Cousins. And this one complete to Smith.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
On 1st and 10, Cousins got his man complete over the middle. That's Osborne. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Come on, do it. Rock and roll.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
To throw, Cousins. Oh, it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
First down. Here's Cousins.
Goes right back to Smith again. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll throw again. Cousins. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Cousins. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
4th down, field goal try coming, so Cousins is off, and on comes Greg Joseph for Minnesota.
A 33-yarder from the left. And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold.
Thompson on 1st and 10.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Thompson going to throw again on 2nd down.
That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
Thompson fakes a handoff. Now going to throw it.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback, and he put it right where it needed to be.
1st down. Here's Thompson. Tyreek Hill's got another one.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Thompson back to the air once more.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Thompson.
Open man is Hill. He's got it.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
The kick by Sanders is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And the Vikings going to take over here one more time before the half. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
This taken in at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins over the middle, complete. It's Osborne. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, give him credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stuff the run and then executed.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. Smith catches left side. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Cousins to throw it.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
As you know, so many things in the passing game are based on yardage. Sometimes it's just based on timing. And that's what we saw right there on that play. 3rd and 3. Just get the ball right to the receiver.
Is the hitch route. Tell us, what is the hitch route?
Yeah, just take really one step like you're driving off the line of scrimmage, get the defensive back on his heels, get the ball out to the receiver, and he does the rest.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
108 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
3rd down. Here's a run by Cook.
Nifty move. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Only needed 1 yard. He said, I'll get you more than that.
Yeah, yard, piece of cake, right? And if you're a defender, seeing the back of the jersey and being able to read his name, not a good thing. That means you're in chase mode. That didn't go well for them on that snap.
They'll run with Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Dalvin Cook
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Joseph now to have the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Let's go, baby. Yeah, go right now. Play smart, baby. Let's go. Oh, yeah. It's a big one now. It's a big one.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the 2nd half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. This defense tough to run against, and those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the 2nd level to occupy them, They have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
Thompson's throw caught by his receiver, Hill.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. And the Vikings now heading onto the field.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
Cousins. Toward the sideline, and he will have the 1st down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked up by Xavier Howard.
And the Dolphins will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Third quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10. Thompson going to throw it. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
A run with Mostert up the middle.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
3rd and long, Thompson.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground.
And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense?
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away.
A chance for Waddle on the return. Miami's offense set and ready to go. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Off play action, Thompson.
And going deep for Hill. It got his man complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 69 yards.
And the Dolphins have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again.
Now they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football, and a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game, 1st and 10 here.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there,
but it's going to be 2nd down. Cousins gives way to Cook. Dances by him.
149 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball and continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook.
And this will be a Vikings first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running back every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. And this offense on third down today, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. Cousins now. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Now a throw here to his running back.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Again, it's Cousins. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. First down, Thompson.
Gonna look deep for Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
From the gun, a run with Mostert. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort.
We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Play action here, Thompson.
He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
The lessons will continue of this rookie. He's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
On second and a long way to go.
Thompson.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
3rd and long. Thompson. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for a 4th quarter lead. Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
So Cousins and the Vikings down 15-14, 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Third and short yardage. Cousins
completes this to Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
That gets them the 1st down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
1st down now, but that clock rolling. Cousins to throw. That is caught by Thielen. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 19 yards that time for number 19. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not good. Jerome Baker there on the tackle. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, That's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Counting down to 30 seconds remaining. Here's Cousins. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Now Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Fourth down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Get it now. Come on, let's go. Let's dominate this. All right, guys. Here we go, baby. Let's roll. They gotta walk that walk, baby. Guys, ready to get it on right now. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get something right now. Here we go. He's supposed to catch that, baby. That's how we eat.
Joseph now to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Miami set to take over. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Finding space at the 40.
So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Now Thompson.
Dancing to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.